One of the most important functions in any fluid power system is control. If control components are not properly selected, the entire system will fail to deliver the required output. Elements for the control of energy and other control in fluid power system are generally called as valves. It is important to know the primary function and operation of the various types of control components. So this type of knowledge is not only required for good functioning of system, but it also leads to the discovery of innovative ways to improve the fluid power systems for given application. The selection of these control components not only involves the types but also the size, actuating methods, remote control capabilities. So there are three basic types of valves. First is direction control valve, second is pressure control valve, and third is flow control valve. Direction control valves are essentially used for distribution of energy in a fluid power system. They establish the path through which a fluid traverses a given circuit. For example, they control the direction of motion of a hydraulic cylinder or motor. These valves are used to control the start, stop, and change in the direction of flow of pressurized fluids. Pressure may be gradually built up due to decrease in fluid demand or due to sudden surge as valves open or closes. Pressure control valves protect the system against such overpressure. Pressure relief valve, pressure reducing valves, sequencing, unloading, and counterbalance valves are different types of pressure control valves. So in addition, fluid flow rate must be controlled in various lines of hydraulic circuits. So for example, control of actuator speeds depends on flow rates. So this type of control is accomplished through the use of flow control valves. In today's session, we will discuss direction control valve. As the name implies, direction control valves are used to control the direction of flow in a hydraulic circuit. They are used to extend, retract, position, or reciprocate hydraulic cylinders and other components of linear motion. So valves contains ports that are externally opening for fluid to enter and leave via connecting pipelines. The number of ports on a direction control valve, that is DCV, is usually identified by the term way. So for example, a valve with 4 ports is named as 4-way valve. So, direction control valves can be classified in number of ways. So, first is according to type of construction. So, poppet valves and spool valves are the direction control valves according to the type of construction. Then 2-way valves, 3-way valves, and 4-way valves are according to the number of working ports. Then according to number of switching position, 2 position valves and 3 position valves. Then according to actuation mechanisms, manual actuation, mechanical actuation, solenoid or electrical actuation, hydraulic or pilot actuation, pneumatic actuation, and indirect actuation. These are different types of direction control valves according to the actuation mechanism. The designation of a direction control valve refers to number of working ports and number of switching positions. See, thus, valve with 2 service ports and 2 switching positions is designated as 2x2-way valve. So you can see in the first figure, so that is 2x2 valves. So a wall with 3 service ports and 2 position is designated as 2 by 3 wall. This is a second wall, 2 by 3 wall. And this is a symbol. A wall with 4 service port and 2 position is designated by 2 by 4 wall. So this is a 2 by 4 wall. A wall with 4 service ports and 3 switching position is designated as 3 by 4 way wall. So this figure shows 3 by 4 way wall. A spool position as well as their corresponding actuations. So here you can see different positions. So their corresponding actuating elements are labeled with numbers 1, 2. You can see in the figure 1, 2, the position wall. A wall with 2 spool position is shown and also 3 position spool. So in direction control wall with 3 position, the central position is neutral position. So here there are 2 positions. In case of 3, 1, 0 and 3. 1, 0 and 2. Okay, this is 3 position wall. So the neutral position is the position in which the moving parts are assumed to be inactive but affected by a force. Now the ports are designated as following. The ports are designated as P, T, A and B. So here there are 2 position walls and here there are 3 position walls. So neutral position is position in which the moving part is assumed to be inactive but affected by a force. So ports are designated P. P means pressure port, that is pump port, and T is a tank port. A and B are the user ports. So these are some symbols we will use while studying different types of walls. Now observe that the graphical symbol shows only one tank port T, even though the physical design may have 2, since it is only concerned with the function of component, not its internal design. The tank port is the port of the wall, that is the pipe back to the hydraulic oil tank. Therefore, each tank port provides the same function. The spool wall working ports are inlet from the pump, outlet to the cylinder, and exhaust to the tank. These ports are generally identified as P for pressure, A or B for actuators, and T for tanks. Let us discuss some walls one by one. So direction control walls. So first is according to type of construction, the poppet wall. We'll see what is. So directional poppet wall consists of a housing board in which one or more suitably formed seating elements, that is movable in the form of balls, cones, are situated. When the operating pressure increases, the wall becomes more tightly seated in this design. The main advantage of poppet walls are no leakage as it provides absolute sealing. So long useful life as there are no leakage of oil flows. So maybe these poppet walls may be used with even the highest pressures, as no hydraulic sticking, that is pressure dependent deformation, there is no hydraulic sticking and leakage occurs in a walls. So these are some advantages. Due to this advantage, poppet walls are popular. But there are some disadvantages. So disadvantages of poppet walls are large pressure losses due to the short strokes, pressure collapse during switching phase due to the negative overlap, so connection of pump, actuator, tank at the same time. So there pressure collapse during the switch phase due to the negative overlap. So you can see the design, two-way DC way direction control wall. It is a poppet design. So P is a pressure, it represents a pressure, and where A is what? A is a user port, or A is an actuator. Okay, so you can see the figure, wall close and wall open. So this wall close, A figure, shows a ball puppet type 2x2 direction control valve. It is essentially a check valve as it allows free flow of fluid only in one direction, that is P to A. As the valve is opened hydraulically and hence the pump port P is connected to the port A as shown in figure B. In figure B you can see in other direction the valve is closed by ball puppet. So note the fluid pressure from A pushes the ball to its seat. Hence the flow from port A is blocked. The symbol for this type of design is the name as that the check valve. So here you can see this symbol check valve. So it is one way flow of fluid from P to A, not A to P. Okay, in case of A, there is a valve closed and B, valve is open. So the second direction control valve is spool valve. So spool valve is again classified into two-way valve, 2x2 direction control spool valves, then three-way valves, four-way valves. Four-way valves are again three-position four-way valves, open center 3x4 DCVs, closed center 3x4 DCVs, tandem center 3x4 DCVs, regenerative center 3x4 DCVs, and floating center 3x4 DCVs. Then two-position four-way DCVs are again classified as P to A and B to T. Then position 2, P to B and A to T. So we will discuss all these valves one by one. So first is two-way valve. The spool valve consists of spool which is in a cylindrical member that has large diameter lands machined to slide in very closed fitting, that is bore of valve body. The spool valves are sealed along the clearance between the moving spool and the housing. The degree of sealing depends on the size of the cap, the viscosity of the fluid, and especially on the level of pressure. Especially at high pressure up to 350 bar, leakage occurs to such an extent that it must be taken into account when determining the system efficiency. The amount of leakage is primarily dependent on the gap between spool and housing. Hence, as the operating pressure increases, the gap must be reduced or the length of overlap increased. The radial clearance is usually less than 20 micron. The grooves between the lands provide the flow passage between ports. Now we'll see 2x2 DCV. So this is the simplest type of direction control valve, is a check valve, which is a two-way valve because it contains two ports. In figure you can see there are two ports. These valves are also called as on-off valves because they allows the fluid flow in only in one direction and the valve is normally closed. So two-way valves is used usually the spool or puppet design, with puppet design more common and are available as normally opened and closed valves. So they are usually actuated by a pilot, that is hydraulic actuation. The manual, mechanical, solenoid actuation designs are also available. So in this figure, shows the spool type 2x2 DCV manually actuated valves. Here you can see this is a 2x2 DCV manual actuated valve. The port P is blocked. Port P is blocked by the action of spring. As the valve is unactuated, there is absence of hand force. Hence the flow from P to A is blocked. When actuated, means presence of hand force. When you apply the force, the valve is open. When you apply force, this valve is open and the flow from P to A taken place. So when actuated, presence of hand force, the valve is open, thereby connecting P to A. Then next is three-way valve. So three-way valves. There are three ways, 1, 2 and 3. So a direction control valve primary function is alternatively to pressurize and exhaust one working port is called three-way valve. So generally these valves are used to operate single acting cylinders. Three-way direction control valves are available in manual, mechanical, pilot, solenoid actuations valve. So these valves may be of 2 position or 3 position. So most commonly they have only 2 position, but in some cases a neutral position may be needed. So these valves are normally closed valves. So that is the pump port is blocked when the valve is not operating. The three-way valve port are inlet from the pump working ports and exhaust to the tank. So these ports are generally identified as P. Here there is P is for pressure, that is pump port. Then A and B are working port and T for tank port. So this figure shows the first figure, A figure and B figure. So 2 position of three-way valve actuating manually by push button. So position 1, the spool position 1, when valve is actuated, the spool moves towards left. Spool moves towards left. In this position, the flow from pump enters the valve port P and flows out through the port A as shown in figure by a straight line and arrow. So in this position, the port T is blocked. Here this port T is blocked. Then position second, when the valve is unactuated, by the absence of hand force, the valve assumes this position by the action of the spring in this position. There is due to spring force. So now P is closed. P is blocked. So in this position, port P is blocked by the spool. So flow from the actuator can go to the tank from A and A to T as shown by a straight line. So as shown in by an arrow mark. Okay. So the fluid flows out. So the symbol used is, you can see the symbol for 2x3 way this direction control valve, that is spool type valves. Okay. So this is a 3x2 or 2x3 DCV. Then 4-way DCV. 4-way DCV. So these valves are generally used for operate cylinders and the fluid motor in both directions hydraulically. So 4 ways are port P that is connected to the pump, tank port T and working ports A and B connected to the actuator. The primary function of 4-way valve is to alternately to pressurize and exhaust 2 working ports A and B. So these valves are available with a choice of actuation, manual, mechanical, solenoid, or pilot or pneumatic valves. So 4-way valves comes with 2 or 3 positions. So one should note the graphical symbol of the valve shows only one tank port even though the physical design may have 2 as it is only connected with the function. So now we will see in 4-way valve there are different types of valve. We will discuss 3-position 4-way valve. In figure you can see this type of DCV consists of 3 switching position and most 3-position valves have variety of possible flow path configurations but has identical flow path configuration in the actuated position. So position 1 and position 2 and different spring centered flow paths. When left end of the valve is actuated, the valve will assume first position. In this position, the port P to connected to working port A and working port B is connected to T. In some design, P is connected to B and A to T when left end is actuated. Similarly, when the right end is actuated, the valve will assume two position. So this is first position, this is second position, position 2. In this position, the port P is connected. In this position, the port P is connected to B. P is connected to B. This is the second position. And working port A to T. Here working port A to T. When the valve is unactuated, the valve will assume its center position due to the balancing opposing spring forces. So it should be noted that three-position valve is used whenever it is necessary to stop or hold an actuator at some intermediate position within the stroke range, or when multiple circuits or functions must be accomplished from one hydraulic power source. Three positions, four-way direction control valve have different variety of center configurations. The common varieties are the open center, closed center, tandem center, floating center, and regenerating center with open, closed, and tandem are the three basic types. The variety of center configuration provides greater flexibility for circuit design. So in which we'll see the 3x4 DCV. In open center circuit, all ports are open to each other in the center position. When the valve is in open center position, the pump flow is directed to the tank at atmospheric pressure. At the same time, the actuator can be moved freely by applying an external force. Open center valve helps to prevent heat buildup, and no work can be done by any part of the system as long as the valve remains in the center position. Since the fluid always flows the path of least resistance, this means that other auxiliary devices in the system using pressure energy cannot function. So this figure shows, so there are A, B, C. So A, B, C shows the three position of 3x4 DCV. So A shows the valve is mid position, that is when the valve is deactuated. Here the B shows since the left end of the valve is actuated, the valve assumes position 1. Here the P is connected to A. Here P is connected to A and B is connected to T. So in figure C, since the right end of valve is actuated, the valve assumes two positions. Here P is connected to B, P is connected to B and A is connected to T. So this you can find this symbol of 3x4 DCV. So next is closed center 3x4 DCV. Here it is a closed center 3x4 DCV. So this figure shows the closed center 3 position 4-way DCV. In its center position, the working of the valve is similar to open center direction control valve, and in actuated position the port connection is identical. So in closed center direction control valve, all ports are close to each other. Hence the actuator connected to the ports A and B is hydraulically locked and cannot be moved by an external force. In this position, the pump flows must go over the relief valve when the flow is not being used for any other parts of the circuit. So this forces the pump to produce flow at the high pressure setting of the pressure relief valve. So this is not only waste pump design, so pump design power, but promotes wear and shortens pump life. Also, the temperature of oil is raised due to the heat built up in the system. So this promotes oil oxidation, viscosity drop, which further raises the wear of parts and increase leakages. So with this type of center in DCVs, when the valve actuates to switching position 1 or 2, the two things may happen. If the pressure port P to the working port A or B opens, first pressure in the system rises, which is not desirable, and if the tank port open, first pressure drops. So closed center versions are used only when multiple circuits or functions must be accomplished in the system from one power sources. So next type is tandem centered 3x4 DCVs. So this figure shows the tandem centered 3-position 4-way DCVs, that is direction control valve. So in the center configuration, the working port A and B are blocked, and the pump port P is connected to the tank port T. The tandem center also results in a locked actuator. However, it also unloads the position at atmospheric pressure. The application of this design may be to hold a cylinder or fluid motor under load, or to permit the pump flow to be connected to a series of valves for multiple circuitries. So here you can see this diagram. Also there is symbols for tandem centered 3x4 DCVs. Now the fourth type is regenerative type centered 3x4 DCV. So this is another type of common center configuration used in hydraulic circuit. So regenerative means the flow generated from the system itself. Regenerative center is used whenever the actuator movement in one direction requires two different speeds. For example, part of length of extending stroke of actuator requiring fast movement during no load conditions, and remaining length slow controlled motion. So during fast extending, the direction control valve is unactuated, thereby spring forces it comes to the mid position. So this center saves an additional pump capacity requirement. So this figure shows regenerative center type 3x4 direction control valve. So the first figure shows double acting cylinder, single rod cylinder connected to 3x4 DCV having regenerative center. So piston area A is more than the ring area B. When the cylinder is actuated by this type of direction control valve, in the center configuration, the pump flow is directed towards A. So since the position area is more, it offers least resistance. Hence the fluid flows towards A. So the return flow from B also joins the pump flow, which increases the piston speed due to increased flow. So the second figure shows regenerative center type 3x4 DCV in its mid position. So in the mid position, pump port P is connected to A and B, and tank port is blocked. The next type is floating center type. Floating center type 3x4 direction control valve. So the figure shows floating center 3x4 direction control valve in its mid position. So in this position, the pump port is blocked and the two working ports A and B are connected to tank port T. Since the working port A and B are connected to the tank T, the actuator can be moved freely without any external force, and hence the name floating. So in this valve, Also, like in closed center in the mid position, the pump flows must go over the relief wall when flow is not being used for any other parts of the circuit. So this forces the pump to produce flow at the high pressure setting of pressure relief valves, so which builds up heat in the circuit. Hence this center configuration is used only in special cases. Okay, that's about today's session. In next session we'll discuss two position 4-way DCVs. Also we'll discuss the actuation of direction control valve. So different types of valves according to the actuation, that is manual actuation, mechanical actuation. Okay, we'll discuss in next session. Okay, for today, thank you very much.